Hi guys, good morning and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I will be discussing what I thought of the latest and greatest episode of Peacemaker, which also unfortunately served as the season 1 finale for this season. But don't fret, because just a day or two ago we got an official confirmation from James Gunn, Warner Brothers, HBO Max, the powers that be, that Peacemaker season 2 is definitely happening and officially confirmed. So don't know when we'll exactly get it, but it's exciting to know that it is definitely coming. So this isn't the end of Peacemaker by any means. So before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled episode review. If you're not caught up on Peacemaker by this episode, the season 1 finale, or perhaps previous episodes as well, you may not want to keep watching and listening, as I will be discussing big spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, God, what an exciting, bloody, and surprisingly emotional episode. But then again, I guess it shouldn't be that surprising, because this entire season, James Gunn has proven time and time again that he has mastered his own sense of style, which is blending action, comedy, human depth, and emotion into one big, beautiful smorgasbord of a film or television show. In this case, it was a television show. And it was just incredible. I mean, it was funny, it was violent, it was bloody, it was exciting, action-packed, and then we even had a beautiful, tender character moment for a character who hasn't really got a chance to show off much emotional depth, if any, because he's mostly been the butt of the joke in every scene. But, John Economos finally got to have his moment where he got to express some depth and some insecurity, and how obviously it clearly bothered him with, Peacemaker and everybody else giving him shit about dyeing his beard. And then, surprisingly even more, that police detective who was a butterfly even said humans are so pathetic. Even the butterflies could tell that shit was weak, that people would tease him or mock him for that. So it was a beautiful human scene. It was a great tender moment, and we already liked Economos, but I think we liked Economos even more. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. Is it Economos or Economos? I think it's Economos, or John, just John too. So it was exciting, action-packed. I'm not at all surprised with any of the character deaths we got. Technically, all those characters were dead, like the Captain Locke, the detective, and then her partner. All those guys, I wasn't surprised that they all died, because they were all technically dead once they became infected with butterflies. Not surprised at all that the big, weird, ugly-ass alien cow thing was killed as well. I was curious as to, for a split second or not, I could tell for a split second, Peacemaker briefly considered joining them because of their similar ideologies and beliefs, and how they both took a vow and whatnot in the name of peace. But I think he was also starting to come to terms with himself that maybe he took a vow for peace under false pretenses, or maybe for entirely wrong reasons. And he also had enough sense to know, he's like, no, the butterflies might mean well, but their means of saving humanity is infecting and killing humans by taking them over in order to save our planet. No, we can't let that happen. So, of course, he said, activate human torpedo, which sent Adebayo right into the big alien cow. I also love that they made up as well. I also cracked up when he told her, don't tell V, vigilante, but after eagerly, you're my BFF. That was so sweet. I love that. I love that they were able to clear the air, although that opening scene where he kept blowing raspberries over her apology was pretty damn funny, if not completely juvenile, but that's what made it so damn funny. And holy shit, I did not expect, but I loved seeing them all, even though we couldn't technically see two of them for obvious reasons. Well, we actually don't know if it was an availability thing or they were just whatever, but we got some of the Justice League showing up at the very end, of course, after the dust had settled and the bad guys had been defeated and our heroes were walking away, wounded but alive. Of course, that's when they showed up, because I guess Waller really must have fulfilled her daughter's request and say, I don't know, call the Justice League or something when she was asking for backup. And maybe Waller thought, yeah, they actually might need it because they're going up against a small army of aliens and a big alien cow, but they showed up after the fact. And I'm not at all surprised that they were all silhouette. But then we see Jason Momoa's face and Ezra Miller's face. And I'm like, oh my God, Aquaman and Flash both have little speaking bits in this episode. That's hilarious. And they're carrying on that running gag of Aquaman likes to fuck fish or something, and Flash weirdly confirms it or whatever. I don't know, but it was hilarious. Oh God, it made me laugh and made my jaw drop. I was like, holy shit, it's these guys. And obviously, because of the very uncertain status of Henry Cavill as Superman, there's the reason why we didn't see his face. And then Gal Gadot may have just been unavailable or unwilling to appear as Wonder Woman as for the very brief amount of time as it was. But I was reading about it, and it sounds like James Gunn, when writing this, only had speaking roles in mind for both Aquaman and Flash. And he said getting Cavill and Gadot was off the table or not even considered because they just weren't needed. So that's probably why we just got their silhouettes, because obviously it was those respective versions of those characters. But even if we could see their faces, it was just fucking exciting seeing those four together, even in a hilarious context as this, as a show like this, which was just amazing to me. So that was super fun, super funny, and unexpected, and overall super satisfying. And then with the way the show ended as well, I'm not all surprised that he's going to be continue to be haunted by his asshole father's crappy legacy, you know, because he may have killed his prick of a father, and rightfully so, but getting over like parental abuse like that is going to take years, if not most of next season, for him to get over that. So if we keep seeing hallucinations of dead Augie Smith, I wouldn't be surprised. I wasn't too surprised when we saw him appear as a hallucination here either. But I was like, hey, cool, more Robert Patrick stuff. Awesome. But I liked seeing Amanda Waller. Wasn't too surprised to see her. But with her daughter going public about Task Force X and all the Black Ops missions they've done, and the truth about Project Butterfly and the truth about Peacemaker, it got me thinking, what's going to happen moving forward if they want to do a third Suicide Squad film? Is it going to be like more, are they going to face more public scrutiny? Are they going to try to keep it off the books, or is it something that doesn't really matter that much? But it got me thinking, or I'm very curious as to what could happen for a third and potential Suicide Squad film. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when the time comes. But in the meantime, this was a great season finale. And honestly, if they hadn't left a few things lingering, like Judo Master still being alive and crying over the dead butterflies, and then the dead leader of the butterflies, Koth, going to Peacemaker, at first I thought, oh no, is it going to try to possess him or Eagly? No, it's just there for the honey. Great. With the exception of those lingering little cliffhangers, this could have ended as a great series finale if it hadn't been renewed for a second season. Don't get me wrong, I'm delighted it was renewed for a second season. I can't wait to see more of this show. But if this had been the final episode, I would have been perfectly content with what we got, because it was very entertaining, very exciting. And now that the whole thing is streaming, I want to binge it all back to back because it was that enjoyable. So I hope you guys enjoyed the season finale as much as I did. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome rest of your day. Peacemaker Season 1 is now streaming in its entirety on HBO Max. Stay tuned and subscribe to this channel for further updates and announcements regarding Season 2 coming soon in the near future. Have an awesome rest of your day, everybody. Thanks for watching. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.